Derek, how's it going?
Good,
I'm Scott
good.
Kramer. This is Derek Wagner.
Brand managers here at Horizon Hobby in Losi.
Yep, God, we screwed up that opening, didn't we?
That's fine. It works.
Best rehearsed.
It works.
Doesn't work sometimes. But anyways, we are here live to introduce a couple of things today. Obviously, the most important is the brand new Losi LST 3XL-E. And to debut our video, we've had a couple teasers out there, but we are going to debut the Best of Both Worlds video that we worked in collaboration with Trek Bicycles and Little Switzerland up in Slinger, Wisconsin. So,
well, a lot of people ask, I mean, before we show the video, a lot of people asked, at least asked me, and we saw in some Facebook comments when we posted the teasers, etc. Why are we partnering with Trek? I mean, you want to give them a little insight on?
Yeah, I've had that question too of what RC cars have to do with mountain bikes, and my answer has been absolutely nothing. Really, honestly, they don't. But when you look at Trek Bicycles, you look at Horizon Hobbies, they are the best of both of their worlds, technically. I mean, Trek is probably one of the most recognized best mountain bike companies or all-around bicycle companies in the world, and same thing was with us here at Horizon with the Losi brand. So basically, we just wanted to do something completely different, completely out of the norm that we haven't done before. You know, we've seen some RC car videos out there where they've done stuff with BMX or they've been at the skate park or things like that. But, you know, my son and I, lifelong passion has always been BMX and mountain biking. And for some reason, we talked you guys into shooting this video. Yeah.
I mean, I think when you first presented it to me, I was like, I don't know about this guy. But I got to know the Trek guys, and you gave me the whole storyline behind it. And honestly, when you really think about it, I think Losi and being the performance and technology leader in the RC industry, and Trek being the leader in the mountain bike industry, I mean, the best of both worlds sort of theme line makes perfect sense.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, we worked with John Maglio and Vance McCaw at Trek. It was kind of funny because, we hang out with those guys, we talked to them quite a bit, and when I sent John the email, it kind of had a long list of everything we were going to do, and either he's a speed reader or he didn't bother reading the whole thing because it was, I'm in within 2 minutes of sending the email, and Vance was the same way. They were both excited about it. Mike Schmitz up at Little Switzerland, he was on board right away. We ride there all the time. We've gotten to know him. Great facility, great people up there. Really make you feel, at home every time we ride there. And
I had never heard about Little Switzerland. I'm not a big mountain bike guy until you told me about it. But when we got there, I got to say, that place is absolutely amazing. Yeah. I mean, they do skiing in the winter. They're open year round, so they can do mountain biking in the summer. Yep. I mean, just an awesome place to go. Yeah. And I had an absolute blast.
Yeah, and it's great for us, kind of BMX mountain bikers, because we don't like to climb hills, so we get to ride the chairlift up and down, and it hits some of the craziest features that they have there. They usually have ride days twice a month. They've got one more coming up in September, 2 dates in October, so check their Facebook page, find out when their ride dates are. Yeah. But I think it was crazy.
It was pretty epic. I mean, before we show you guys the video, like Scott said, we're here to introduce the new LST 3 from Losi, and the first thing I want to say is this isn't just a refresh of the last year's model.
Absolutely.
This is a completely ground up design from the team in Ontario, and they went through everything, as I understand it, to make this the baddest monster truck I really believe on the planet.
Absolutely. Bang for your buck, and size is just, it's absolutely wicked. It really is, and you'll see in this video here, it's crazy what we put him through. I know we're definitely going to have to do a blooper reel.
Absolutely.
From a lot of the stuff that we did. We were joking around earlier saying, we hit a couple of trees probably at 40, 50 miles an hour, and we drove right away from it.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Sorry to your trees out there, but we did hit a couple.
Well, I say, let's show them the video.
Yeah. We ready to go?
See what they think.
All right. All right, so now we're hoping, because we can't see what's going on.
We can't see what's going on. So we're just going to...
You can't shrug and pass the buck. You've been waiting around long enough. The moment is here and you better stand up. It's time. 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 You better stand up. This is the subject some try to avoid. Man, they don't want to hear it and they get annoyed. 'Cause that type of bird sitting on the fence and they won't say a word with confidence. You better learn to formulate an opinion, or else you just take what you're given. And that's when you're lost, like a yes man. You've been trained and brainwashed. Better stand up or you die on your knees, beat down by the ones that you try to appease. They can only take advantage of this what you allow. So you're gonna need to fight and you better start now. Things are about to get rough. You can't shrug and pass the buck. You've been waiting around long enough. The moment is here and you better stand up. It's time. You better stand up. 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 You better stand up. You better stand up. Time is running out. What you gonna do, man? What you gonna do?
All right, guys. Hope you guys liked the video. You know, comment if I'm anxious to get back out to Little Switzerland.
Oh,
Do something
definitely.
maybe this winter
Yep.
or back in spring.
Yep.
So, you know, let us know in the comments if you liked it and if you want us to do another video like it. And let's get into more details on the truck. I mean, Scott, what do you got?
Well, we said it earlier, definitely say it again. This is not just slapping a number 3 after the LST. After the LST,
Yeah.
it's not. It's a completely new truck from ground up. There are some parts that do carry over, you know, internal stuff like that
Of course,
that don't
yeah.
need to change. But the big things that everyone will see is that brand new chassis design, step chassis, aluminum 2.5 thick millimeter chassis, so that's perfect. You'll notice here that if you start changing pinions, there's no guessing. Actually, they're actually marked. You pick your pinion, pick the hole, put it in there.
That's a cool feature, man.
Definitely.
Makes it super easy.
Yes, absolutely. I know a lot of people complain about or have a hard time getting the perfect gear mesh.
Yeah.
And that really works out well there. Some big changes over the LST2 is that we got rid of the dual steering servos and went with a single 6-scale metal gear waterproof Spectrum servo.
Yeah, that servo is massive.
Exactly,
I mean, I was looking at it
exactly.
earlier.
It's cleaner, it's easier, it's more efficient, gives it more room in the truck. 2200 kV 4-pole 6-scale motor, so super beefy, 150 amp ESC. You know, so it's going to take every use that you can do. 4S, 6S capable.
How fast?
50 plus miles an hour.
Out of the box.
Out of the box. That's stock gearing. That isn't, you know, buy this pinion, buy this spur gear and this gigantic battery. It's out of the box. Put your 6S in there. 50 plus.
Yeah, I mean, a
miles.
lot of manufacturers have to, you know, they have this top speed on the box, right?
Yep.
But you got to do all this. You got to change the pinion. You got to move up to a higher,
Yep.
higher 8S battery or whatever. Ours is on 6S.
Correct.
50 plus mile an hour.
The infamous asterisk, as we call
Yes.
it, that they put on their box. But ours is just with 6S right out of the box, so that's a great feature. We eliminated the slipper clutch that we had on the LST2, and now we have a center differential. So this pretty much reacts and handles almost like an A-scale truggy or
Yeah.
buggy. So that gives you so much more performance, so much more control in the air. So that works great. As far as the shocks go, same LST shocks we had before, but this time they're hard anodized, and we went with a larger 5mm shock shaft. So make it even beefier, even stronger.
I mean, these shocks are massive, man. I mean, these are like what you fight on a 5th scale vehicle.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And like you saw in some of those videos, I mean, we were hitting huge gaps, huge drops, and it would just land like a plush pillow and
Like a
drive
plush
away.
pillow. I like that. I do like that.
You need to trademark that one. The one thing that's really cool, you can't exactly see in this one because this is one of our pre-production ones that we used in the video and beat up pretty good, but The old LST2, when you put the batteries in there, you had to use these crazy, funky Velcro straps. That was just such a...
It was a
pain.
nightmare.
I mean, it really was. But now, actually, you got your pin here, your body clip, pop it out, put your 2S or 3S pack in here. Yeah. And then, actually, which you can't see here, but the EC5s from the ESC are hard mounted into the chassis right here. So basically, when you put your battery in there, boom, plug it right in, you're done. There's no wires hanging out, nothing's going to get loose. So when you're back flipping this thing 2 or 3 times, you don't have to worry about
the wires.
Yeah.
Super clean look.
Yes, absolutely. And that's, I mean, you'll look at the profile of this chassis and you'll see how it's just super nice and narrow and clean, no wasted space. Man, what else? What else is really cool?
Well, I'll tell you 2 things that are pretty important that nobody else has. Is this includes the DX2E active transmitter, right? So that allows you to attach the speedometer or the phone mount to put your Android or iOS phone on there and read full telemetry data, speed, RPM, temperature, whatever you want to do. The other thing it has is AVC, so active vehicle control. I mean, you have all this power. You have a vehicle, that 25-pound vehicle that's doing 50, 55, 60 mile an hour. In some instances, it's hard to control, but AVC basically, I mean, it doesn't take any control away from you. It basically allows you to apply all the power to the ground.
Correct. And that's the one thing, we've said in some of our live product reviews before with vehicles that have AVC, I'm a racer. There's no question. I prefer not having AVC on what we normally drive, but like when we were shooting this video, we are in really loose conditions. We're on the side of a mountain. We're hitting jumps like that. I mean, we were honestly playing with the AVC the whole time, and hate to admit it, it saved us.
It did.
I mean,
when we had to hit those straight jumps, when we were jumping over the Trek guys.
Yep.
I mean, without AVC on, that makes me a little nervous.
Yeah, and there were a couple times where there's, it's not like a cliff out in Colorado, but there were a couple of huge drops off the edge of the trail that we had to worry about. So the AVC definitely helped there. But then again, when we went to the pavement and we were doing some stuff playing around in the parking lot, you can turn the AVC all the way off, and then it drives basically like what we're used to doing with the racing vehicles.
Yeah.
So that's what's nice about it is it can go from 0% to 100%. So
on the
fully
fly,
adjustable.
on the fly with the DX2E.
Yep.
So one thing that we did sales training this morning with our account management team, and one of the first things they said was, "Man, check out that body and the wheels."
Yeah.
Tell the guys about that.
Well, the wheels are kind of bling bling. I like the blue anodized. Being a racer, we always love anodized things. But so one of the hot trends right now out in the West Coast is people are actually wrapping their vehicles with white vinyl, and then either they're doing it themselves or they're hiring an artist to come in and actually Sharpie the entire car. Basically drawing an original piece of artwork on the car. So we kind of base this off of that because it's kind of a cool trend right now.
It's cool.
But if you don't like this, we do offer clear bodies.
Yeah, if you're not
so
into
you can paint
that. But I do think I am going to wrap my wife's truck this weekend and maybe take a Sharpie to it.
Okay, so Derek will be knocking on my door asking for a place to stay.
Yes, I will.
But another thing that's really cool, as you saw in the video, which I thought was a perfect example of it, is we're cranking the wheelie down that one trail, and it's in super slow-mo, which is, everything's better in super slow-mo.
Absolutely.
But you can actually see the wheelie bar working, keeping it from flipping over. But what's neat is that the truck will actually come with a bumper, a full-on monster truck style rear bumper installed on it, but the optional wheelie bar included in the box. No extra cost.
And that's sweet. I mean, usually that's $20 or $30.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, we're throwing it in the box.
Correct.
Awesome.
What else? Are we missing anything?
I mean, I'll tell you what, I think the key here, guys, is this is a brand new platform. I truly do. I mean, I've driven everything. And on 6S, I truly believe this is the baddest RC monster truck on the planet right now. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. The one thing I was sitting here thinking about, that we haven't told the people is, we're saying how great it is to put the batteries in, how easy it is to plug into there. Man, you got to take all the body clips off and all that kind of pain in the butt.
That's a nightmare.
But wait a minute. I think we solved that problem, didn't we?
Check this out. Pow.
Nice and easy.
Flip top body. So all you got to do is take 2 body clips out, install the batteries. No more Velcro, like you said. That was one of my biggest pet peeves. This is super easy, especially with the hard-mounted EC5s. Put it back on, 2 body clips, 2 minutes or less.
Yeah, and trust me, as many battery changes as we made during our, our long video shoot that we did, it was an absolute lifesaver and made it so much so much easier to deal with and just hassle-free, so to speak.
I mean, I think the other good point about this vehicle is, we got the team in California. There's a lot of racers out there. We've pretty much brought down a lot of features you would find in TLR products.
Yep.
Adjustable turnbuckles. The shocks are fully adjustable. I mean, there's a lot of things on here that you don't find in a lot of other 8-scale or 6-scale monster trucks that are really race-inspired, that make this definitely the best performing monster truck out there.
Hands down, I agree. And it's funny because we were talking about things in our sales training this morning, comparing it to other vehicles out there. And it's amazing that some other companies will charge $200 more than this, and every single part on the vehicle is plastic. Your $900 plastic vehicle with plastic non-adjustable tie rods. It's amazing that, personally, I'd be afraid to go that speed with something that's all plastic like that. But like I said, ours is aluminum and steel turnbuckles, adjustable turnbuckles. It's 5mm shock shafts. I mean, it's crazy what this truck can.
I mean, we had 5 of these out in the photo shoot or video shoot, and we just beat the snot out of them.
Yep.
Right? And we had no fatalities.
Yeah.
I mean, there were a couple small things that we had to repair, but that's a given. But this one's completely out of commission, 0.
Yeah, I think we bent a drive shaft. Was one of the worst. That was probably one of the worst fatalities we had. But when you're trying to backflip a jump at 50 miles an hour in the middle of a forest and you hit a tree dead center,
something's going to happen.
Yeah, and like we said, to limp away with just a bent drive shaft, that's.
I mean, I was driving it away, and it sounded like when you put the baseball card on your back on your bicycle with the. Yeah, I mean, it sounded just like it still was drivable.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, it just bulletproof, so much fun. Everyone out there who's had the LST2 in the past, you're gonna absolutely love this because it's so much better. And for the people who haven't tried it, I mean, I can easily say this is hands down probably the baddest monster truck out there right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you're considering buying a monster truck, 8-scale or 6-scale, you have to look at this one. Get to a local retailer, look at the product page today, keep watching that video. I mean, and try one of these out.
But now, if someone wants to buy one of these, how much are they?
Great question. $700.
That's awesome.
And that's everything you need to hit 50 mile an hour plus.
Yep, right out of the box.
No big asterisks. Add two 3S batteries or two 2S batteries if you want to tame it down a little bit. And it comes with the DX2E active transmitter, everything you need out of the box.
Here's the other cool part about this that I really like, how Losi and Spectrum work together and are constantly innovating things. So, great example, my son is 17 years old. He's been racing most of his life. He can handle this on 6S right out of the box. Derek's son is 7 years old?
7 years old.
So what do you do in that case? Derek's got this awesome truck he wants to let his son drive. Well, on the DX2E Active, you've got the 3-position switch to where he can actually turn it down to 25%, and this thing will be super easy for him to drive.
Yeah, the low setting makes it really easy for somebody to drive. I mean, you're going to go 10 or 12 mile an hour at the most, so that way he's not going to do any damage. And as he progresses, we can move up to the medium speed, get up to about 25, maybe 30 mile an hour. And then when he's ready, or when I want to drive, right?
Well, I heard that you put it in the middle position, but your wife actually puts it in a top position because she's faster than you.
All right, guys, we're gonna take this time to. Why don't you give a thanks to everybody that helped us out with this video.
Again, we couldn't have done this video without Vance McCaw and John Maglio from Trek Bicycles. Thank you so much for helping us out. They went above and beyond, did some crazy stuff with us. They were a blast to work with.
2 of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Oh, absolutely. An honor. Mike Schmitz from Little Switzerland. Again, that's up in Slinger, Wisconsin. Check out their Facebook pages. Josh Gilmore, he was our Sherpa, is what we were calling him, because the one day he ran us up and down that mountain probably 100 times and did some crazy stuff. And anything we wanted, he helped us out with. So big thanks to Josh. But Max and Alan and Pete, just everyone who was there, it really took a full team to do it. Mary and I actually worked on the first teaser together. That was cool. Got to learn a lot about the editing process.
Yeah, because you basically edited that whole video. Well, with Mary's help, right?
Oh, Mary was the brains. She's always the brains. She's the brains behind the whole operation,
Got it.
like that. And but Alan again did a phenomenal job on this video. Something completely different than we've never done before. So please please enjoy it.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll do, I mean, if things go well, we'll definitely do some more of these.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think. Share the video. We want to hear what everybody thinks. We want to spread the word, and if you guys like it, we'll try to do even more with Trek.
Yeah, definitely.
Race on.
All right, see you guys.
Now there comes a time when it's time to roll. And if you don't want to move, you can lose your soul. You can't sit back being comfortable. You're gonna have to answer yes or no. We need to see what you really believe. Are you down for the cause? Are you willing to bleed? If so, then start growing the spine. Hop up in the flow, get off the sideline. 'Cause the whole world wants an answer. Real action, no more banter. We need to find out where you're at. Are you prepared to act or scared you can't? Things are about to get rough.